Hello, it's me, French Ted, and we are here for episode number 20 or 19. One of those. Either way, we're in August. Happy August, everyone. It's my birthday on August 7th, so happy birthday to me for then. And also, with it being August, the first week in August, it means that we are just over a month away from All Out, which is our season finale in AEW. Not the season finale of our series, don't worry, we're still going to keep going, but the season finale for the kind of wrestling year. Like, it's our WrestleMania, for those unfamiliar. So yeah, it means that everything from here onwards, I guess, will be building towards that. So now we've got that to look forward to. But before All Out, which is going to be a good 5-6 episodes away, we have got Dynamite, and there were no backstage incidents. So here we are in the pre-show, and in a pre-show Twitter announcement video thing, MJF will be defending his title this Saturday at Collision. So Rami Sebei, he's fit to go, he's all good, he's medically cleared. As MJF said, he goes, yeah, he can have his title shot, whatever. So Rami's not wasting any time. He's booked it in this Saturday at Collision. So very exciting. Following this, we've got a few pre-show matches. So in our first pre-show match, we've got the Kings of the Black Throne against Ortiz and Santana. And the Kings of the Black Throne get the win. They seem to be doing very well as a duo. Buddy Matthews, who? Well, Brody King pins Ortiz with the Dante's Inferno. Malachi and Brody with mid to high 60s, and Santana and Ortiz mid to high 60s, 67 overall. Lovely. Our next segment is a singles match between Riho and Trish Adora, still in the pre-show, and Riho defeats Trish in 10 minutes 40 with a jumping knee attack. These two do not click at all, so that is something to keep in mind for future booking. 51 overall. Nice, we will take it. Is this the last pre-show segment? Yes, it is. We are in the main show now. We're in the main show. So in a decent match, Hangman and Bandido defeat Miro and Coughlin. So these two have decided that they're going to be a thing. And they don't work well as a team, which is very, very annoying, because I had big old plans with these two. I might just push through with it. You know, they might get on eventually. Who knows? But yeah, they defeat Miro and Coughlin, who have been a pretty dominant team themselves, in 15 minutes and 3 seconds when Adam Page pins Miro, not Coughlin, with the Deadeye. 74 overall. I mean, getting a 74 rating and still not clicking is actually pretty good. Imagine if they did click. Oh, the wonders. But this opens our show. Adam Page just building that momentum, getting win after win, and with Bandido by his side, I mean, who's going to stop him? Coughlin was the weak link, but getting a 51 from Coughlin is also very, very nice. Following this, though, Hangman Page, Adam Page, gets on the mic and just says that he makes his case for the AEW World Championship, and that he will have a rematch and he will win the AEW World Championship. So he did a great job improvising during this, and we gained some heat. Nice. Following this, though, MJF comes out. Man's doing double duty week in, week out, because he's a god. Comes out, just confronts Adam Page and just says, you had your chance, boy. Get to the back of the queue. It's not how it works around here. You don't just say you want a title match and you get a title match. Rami's got his on Saturday, so I'm going to deal with that wet wipe. And I guess we're going into All Out without a challenger. Ha 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 ha. Obviously, yeah, MJF being a little bit of a shit. And in a way, he's right. Adam Page can't just say, I want a title shot and get a title shot. That's not how it works. And he did also have a match with MJF and did lose. Following this, though, Bandido grabs the mic and challenges MJF. And he says, MJF, if I win, Hangman gets his match. And the crowd are obviously into this because, you know, Hangman Adam Page is a fan favourite. We all love him. I never saw it back in day when he was actually champion in real life. I was like, really, they're pushing this guy? But I don't know, I see it now. It makes sense looking back. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bit delayed. Maybe I'll get hot on Adam Cole soon. Who knows? Probably not. But yeah, so Bandito challenges MJF. And MJF, I believe, accepts. If it's a separate segment, we'll find out. It's not. MJF obviously accepts that challenge. So not this week, because MJF's busy with a title match on Saturday. But soon, Bandito will face MJF. And if Bandito can defeat MJF, Adam Page gets his rematch, which he believes he truly deserves. Following that, though, Renee has announced that there will be tag team qualifiers. This is because every bloody tag team under the sun has come to Tony Khan and said that they want a title match at All Out against the Lucha Brothers. The Lucha Brothers, who have been in fantastic form, honestly killing it left, right and centre. We're going to have some tag team qualifiers, and it's going to result in a 4-way mayhem match. So that'll be 4 tag teams. Obviously, Lucha Brothers have already booked their ticket, so we need to have 3 more qualify. And I believe that the qualification starts next. So because there have been so many teams, each of the qualifying match are 3-way tag team matches. And this is the first. It's Los Ingobernables, the Butcher and the Blade, and Hook and Hobbs. And in a decent match, Los Ingobernables defeat the Butcher and the Blade and Hook and Hobbs when Andrade El Idolo pins the Butcher with the Brillante Driver. Butcher was the weak link, but we'll ignore that. So that means the Rush and Andrade have booked their ticket at All Out. So far in that 4-way mayhem match for the World Tag Team titles, it's Lucha Brothers, Andrade and Rush, and 2 more to be announced. Those 3-way matches, I believe, happen in the next few shows. So in the next couple of weeks, we will find out who our tag team contenders are. Following this match, though, I believe we have a promo. Yes, Britt Baker comes out with Hikaru Shida and just sets up a nice little promo saying Hikaru Shida is a beast of a woman. She's unbeatable. No one can touch her in the ring with her skills. Who's really going to step up? Let's be honest. There's no one here that can step up and challenge Hikaru. And following this, we get Tay Mello coming out saying that, you know, she's learned from her mistakes. She's getting better and she wants a shot and she'll do anything she can to get that shot. To which Paige Van Zant and Chris Jericho come out saying, whoa, you know, you may have sorted your life out recently, Missy, but Paige Van Zant has been on a warpath since the brand split and has not lost a single match. So if anyone should have a title shot, it's her. To which Tony Schiavone comes out and just says, I've just had a message from Tony Khan, and seeing as though we've got some tag team qualification matches, we're going to do the same with the AEW Women's World Championship. So we are going to do a Beat the Clock challenge. So Tay, you will be facing a worthy opponent who also could be a contender. Paige, you will also be doing the same. And there will also be a match on Collision between 2 women wrestlers who also fit the bill. Whoever wins their match in the fastest time will be the number 1 contender and will face Hikaru Shida at All Out. So Tay Mello, Paige Van Zant, both very competitive women. Got Sammy by her side, Chris Jericho by her side. Yeah, they're ready to go. They both want that number 1 contendership. And keep in mind, there is another match on Collision. Let me try and find out who that is, because we might as well announce it now. It is Willow Nightingale and Athena will be facing each other for the number 1 contendership as well. So whoever wins their match first, boom, they become number 1 contender. And I believe, in the same fashion that the tag team match was, Paige Van Zant is the first to step up and face Deonna Purrazzo. So in a decent match, Paige Van Zant defeats Deonna Purrazzo in 8 minutes 24. We need to remember that number. Let me write it down. 8 minutes 24. Deonna Purrazzo loses and Paige Van Zant wins. So this is the time that Tay Mello, her opponent, and Athena or Willow Nightingale needs to beat in order to be the number one contender. And obviously following this, Chris Jericho, super smug, celebrates with Paige Van Zandt and just yells at the camera, beat that Mello. So there's a little bit of beef going on between these guys. Let's just continue with the show, which I believe we're heading to our main event. No, we're not. We've got one match before the main event. My notes again are wrong, just like they always are. So the decent match, Lance Archer defeats Evil Uno. Super simple. Destroys him. Lance just getting a huge win. Not much else to say, is there? And then we head straight into the main event. This was the main event. Bryan Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr., as you know, have been building a partnership because Bryan doesn't want to deal with the Combat Club all on his own. And they've continued this partnership in a very good win against the Hardys. So in a decent match, Bryan Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr. defeat the Hardys in 14:24 when Bryan Danielson makes Matt Hardy submit. Obviously, Bryan is head and shoulders above everyone else with an 89. Ooh! And Zack Sabre Jr. with a 70. Not bad. Could be a little bit better, but Bryan Danielson shone in this match. And he shines in many matches that he's in. 77's very good. And post-match, Bryan Danielson just grabs the mic because, you know, he's in a much better mood now than he has been the last couple of weeks and months because, you know, Blackpool Combat Club didn't seem to fit him very well in my save. You know, he had different motives and different goals than the rest of the Combat Club. And obviously since then he's been kicked out and he's been in an endless battle with Jon Moxley. So just a post-match promo just to be like, it's really nice to have someone by my side that I actually trust, I get on with, we share the same morals, you know, and I can rely on. So really nice moment. Zack Sabre Jr. is kind of there being like, yeah, woohoo, like, let's high-five each other, mate. To which Jon Moxley's music hits. You know, he's always here to ruin a party. He comes out and he says, Bryan, are you sure about that? To which Bryan's like, what does he mean? And yes, the partnership is cut short. Zack Sabre Jr.'s grin turns into a scowl, and he beats down Daniel Bryan, targeting the arm for some reason. Just starts stamping on Bryan's arm, twists it out of place, and then just rolls out to the ring to meet Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta at the ramp. And Moxley just hands him a t-shirt, to which Zack Sabre Jr. throws on, that obviously displays the Combat Club logo. So it was all a ruse, or so it seems, unless Moxley convinced him later. But Zack Sabre Jr. is not Bryan Danielson's friend. He is not here to help him out. He is here to join the Combat Club. So Bryan Danielson once again is on his own, and the Combat Club are now even stronger. Like, Jesus. Like, look at this force of a team. Bloody hell. It's annoying that they got rid of the Blackpool, because they've actually got someone who isn't from Blackpool but is from England. But yeah, 69, nice. Let's finish the show and see how we did. 82, lovely. I didn't think it'd be that good, to be honest, but we'll take it. So yeah, the ball is rolling for a few all-out shows, I guess. I mean, we've got the tag team. There's going to be a four-way tag team title match. We've got two of them so far. Andrade and Rush and the Lucha Brothers. Hikaru Shida will be defending her title at All Out, and it could be a number of women. So far, Paige Van Zandt has the best time with 8:24, and Bryan Danielson thought he had a friend. He doesn't anymore, and the odds are stacked against him even more now. And who can forget, Hangman Adam Page is pushing for that AEW World Championship, and if anything, it's probably a godsend that he has Bandido by his side. Otherwise, he might not even have a sniff at a chance. But in the coming weeks, Bandido will be facing MJF, and if Bandido can get the win, then Adam Page will get his title shot, which I imagine will no doubt be at All Out. That is Dynamite. Let's move on to Saturday Night Collision, where MJF is defending his world title against Rami Sebei. I'll see you guys there. Okay, and here we are for Collision. Once again, no backstage incidents. I think everyone's getting on. So yeah, we're straight into the show again. We've got 2 pre-show matches, and then we open the night with the World Championship match, MJF Rami Sebei. But first, we've got the 2 pre-show matches. So in the first one that had subpar wrestling and little heat, Stephanie Vaquer defeats Layla Hirsch in 8:28 via pinfall with a 329 or a 329, whatever. That's her move, apparently. She got a performance of 39, Stephanie Vaquer, and Layla Hirsch with a 47. She's getting better at her gimmick. Wait, because I think initially it was rated as poor. 44 rating, nice. And then just making the pre-show is the team of Adam Cole and Roderick Strong, which is a team we haven't seen for a while. They're kind of the forgotten men of this series, and soz, I just can't think of anything to do with them. But in a decent match, Strong and Cole got the win over the Iron Savages in 12-14 with the sick kick. Roderick Strong with a 67 and Adam Cole with a 64. I mean, yeah, numbers like that, you're fine in the pre-show, my dudes. Like, they frustrate me, these two. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not going to dwell too much on it, but let's move on. Final pre-show segment. This is kind of just a little Twitter match, just a Twitter segment, just to hype up the following match. But Rami says that he's solely focused on the title match at hand tonight. He hasn't got any time to think about who attacked him, so he's completely focused on hopefully taking the title from MJF. And we head straight into that match, so let's see how it goes. What? Oh wait, hold on a second. Hold on. A 90 rated match? What? How did it get a 90 when Remy's got a fucking 68 performance? Wait, hold on. Penalised there, but everything... Alright, okay. I guess it's, face versus heel. I don't know. Either way. In an exceptional match, MJF defeats Rami Sebei in 20 minutes and 6 seconds by submission with Assault of the Earth. MJF has now made defense number 7. Hold, what the? A 90? I can't get over that. To be fair, in real life, this is probably one hell of a match. Let's be honest. Rami Sebei putting in the work, my dude. Congratulations. Well, commiserations on losing. MJF is still the champion, but congratulations. Wow. I mean, let's just end the show now. Unfortunately, we can't. Thankfully, though, the loose script I've got in my head kind of works now, because post-match, MJF just shows a sign of respect. Just says, you know what? I kind of laughed off facing you, but you pushed me harder than I thought you did. Like, obviously, this is just all through his actions, and he offers the hand, and he very kind of, casually shakes Rami's hand and leaves Rami in the ring just to kind of revel in that moment. He finally got his chance at the belt. He didn't win, obviously, but he's definitely solidified himself as All Elite. When they join the company and it's like, Rami Sebei is All Elite. He has solidified that. He is an AEW wrestler. Unfortunately, though, that is short-lived, because a man in a hood comes through the crowd and bam, knocks Rami to the ground and just starts pummeling away at him, and then locks him in a chokehold until Rami can't breathe anymore and passes out. This must be Rami's attacker. We all wonder who it is, and then we just see the man grab the hood, pull it down, and it's only Samoa fucking Joe. Joe. If that's how his song goes, I can't remember. But yeah, Samoa Joe has returned to AEW, and for some reason has set all of his energy on beating the hell out of Rami Sebei. Why? Who knows? I'm sure Joe will tell us at some point, but Joe is revealed, who I assume he is the man who attacked Sammy all those weeks ago. Not Sammy, Rami. Oh, how many times have I said Sammy so far in the show? Rami. So Joe is Rami's attacker, as far as we know. Yeah, what a debut, especially after a match like that. Poor Rami, he puts his heart and soul in a 90 match and then gets his ass kicked and then he gets choked out. But yeah, that's how we open Collision. Yeah, let's move on to a Jade Cargill match. So in a bout that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, Jade Cargill defeats Diamante in a 29. With the Jaded. Diamante got injured. Jade gets a 37, and they don't click at all. And the match cooled the crowd. Oh yeah, because that's what we want, a cooling crowd moment. That's just peak like Jade Cargill from this series. We have a 90 rated match, and then we get a 29 rated match from Jade Cargill. She still wins. And yeah, did Jade get heat? Jade got some heat because she hurt Diamante. Post match though, Jade doesn't give a shit. She calls out Nyla. She's like, "You see what I did to this bitch? I'm coming for you, Nyla. That belt is mine." And Layla Grace just stood there looking hot as always, so that's fine. Looks like QT Marshall has been helping Jade Cargill with the microphone skills though. I will take that. So yeah, Jade Cargill furious that her hired muscle is now the champion and she wants that belt back. I'm sure Nyla's going to respond, but maybe not tonight. You know, a lot of stuff's happened already and we've still got the whole bloody show. Also, forgot to mention, we've got round 3 of 3 of the Elite versus the New Wave, the singles match. So if we remember, the Young Bucks won in their tag match against Ricky Starks and Swerve Strickland, and then in the trios match where it was the Elite versus the New Wave, Daniel Garcia, Ricky Starks and Swerve Strickland, the New Wave got the win, making it 1 apiece. Tonight is a one-on-one match, which I believe would be Kenny Omega and Daniel Garcia, the match that kind of kicked it all off. So we've got that to look forward to tonight as well. So what a whirlwind of a match, a show. But yeah, let's move on because let's get Jade off our screen. Following this, is Kenny Omega. Could have spoken about it then, but Kenny Omega promises that this time's going to be different. It's time for the Elite to win and prove why they are the Elite. So, nice one. I think that's the best promo Kenny's done, and it makes sense because this is a big match tonight. This could, make or break the Elite, and if anything, it could make or break the New Wave. So, yeah, exciting. After this, though, we got CM Punk and Jordan Omos come into the ring together. It looks like Omos isn't following Punk anymore. They seem to be walking side by side, that's growth, that is. And CM Punk grabs the mic and just says, "We have decided to team up and challenge for the tag team titles." So the 3-way qualifying match, which is happening now, has us two in it. And yeah, I figured why not? Let's go for it. So Punk, I feel like Punk's a little bit lost at the moment. He hasn't fully recovered from the Okada loss. Doesn't really know what he wants to do. He's got this giant of a man next to him following him about, and he's like, you know what? Let's ride that wave and see what we can do together, I guess. So yeah, next match it is CM Punk and Jordan Omos plus 2 other tag teams in a qualifying match for All In. And in a decent match, FTR get the win. They are back in the title picture just like that. FTR defeat Punk and Omos and Hard Rock, Juice Robinson and Chris Bay of Bullet Club Gold in 14:42 when Cash Wheeler pins Chris Bay with the big rig. During the match though, Jay White ran in and attacked CM Punk, which costed CM Punk the win. So Punk was about to tag himself in, get the hot tag, do all the sweet moves and such. But no, Jay White out of nowhere hits CM Punk, knocks him down a few times, drags him into the corner where Chris Bay was. Chris Bay tagged himself in, maybe got a little bit too ahead of himself and got caught by the big rig because FTR had enough time to recuperate. Looking at the numbers though, Punk did the best with Cash and Dax shortly afterwards, and the rest of them in the 50s to late 40s. So yeah, Punk fails in his attempt to be at All Out for the tag team titles, and FTR are in. So one team remains, and I believe we will find that out next week on Dynamite, I think. Or is it Collision? It's Collision. Next week at Collision, there is a trios tag team match. Sorry, got all my notes here. It's a mess. I'm sorry. So yeah, Jay White costing CM Punk. I mean, you don't really want to mess with Punk, if I'm being honest, especially when he's in this state. He doesn't really know what he wants to do, so it's a little bit crazy eyes. Anyways, let's continue with the show. And next is the Beat the Clock Challenge match. Willow Nightingale and Athena. Remember, the time to beat is 8:24. Let's see how they do. And in a decent match, Athena gets the win in 5:41. That is a very quick match. Let me just write that down. 5:41. Tay Mello is going to have to pull something out of her a-hole if she's going to beat 5:41. 58 rated match though. Athena looks like she's booked her place at All Out. I can't see Tay Mello beating that time. Willow probably put in a great performance as well, let's be honest. She did pretty well, 49. But I imagine, knowing that they had to win in 8 minutes or less, it was just one hell of a, fast-paced match, both trying to get the win, and Willow must have just slipped up for Athena to take advantage. So yeah, Athena at the moment, Paige Van Zandt is out. Athena is your number one contender for now, because Tay Mello has her chance. Let's move on. And Sting is here. Sting is back. He's back, chasing Darby Allin the other week, but he's back in the ring, just him and a mic. And he labels Darby Allin as ungrateful. He kind of gives us a mini monologue of what's gone on between them, how they were so close at one point, and Sting put everything that he had into Darby Allin to make him the star that he knows he is, and he just labels Allin as ungrateful, disrespectful. He's not the man that we all knew. He's changed, and it makes him sick. And Sting says the only thing I can think of doing to change Darby, to get him back, is to just beat it out of him. So Sting challenges Darby Allin to a match at All Out, because he said the only way we can settle this problem is in the ring. And there is no response. Sting, like many of us, was probably expecting Darby Allin to come out, but no, nothing at all. Radio silence. So Sting is just like, the offer is there. I hope to hear from you soon. So yeah, 74 rated, not bad. Sting fluctuates between okay segments and then like crazy high 80s, 90s. So annoying that this was on the 70s side. But that, I believe, is the show done, except for our main event. Elite, New Wave, one apiece. Who is going to get this third match win? So second win. Who's gonna get the win, basically? So let's see. So Kenny's in the ring. He's ready. He's waiting. And Daniel Garcia, Ricky Starks, and Swerve Strickland all make their entrance, kind of keeping Kenny on his toes. Who's facing Kenny? My money's on Daniel Garcia. Makes sense, because that's what started it. And Garcia is the kind of de facto leader of the New Wave. I don't know. Him and Mercedes are kind of equals, I guess. So yeah, who is it that's facing Omega? Let's find out. Hold on. Mercedes Monet's music hits. She comes through. The boys of the New Wave step aside. Monet is in full ring gear. She has the mic and she says, "Kenny, it's me." Kenny's obviously losing his mind. He's like, can they do this? Is this allowed? What is this? For those that know, Kenny has wrestled women in the past, especially back in day in the DDT promotions and other places in Japan. So it's not unheard of that men and women fight, but it is, as far as I'm aware, unheard of in AEW. So this, I'm not too sure if this is allowed. Hold on. I've just received word that this has been approved. Mercedes Moné knows the risk involved, in inverted commas, because let's be honest, she can kick half the roster's ass. So it is official. Mercedes Moné, Kenny Omega, right now. Jesus fucking Christ, this is one hell of a twist. So let's see what happens. 82. Oh! So in a bout that had great wrestling and good heat, Mercedes Moné gets the win on Kenny Omega in 23 minutes and 4 seconds by submission with the bank statement. During the match though, Ricky Starks ran in and attacked Kenny Omega. Ricky Starks, the guy that kind of kicked it all off, let's be honest, because he was in the Elite, then he wasn't in the Elite, now he's in the New Wave and they're targeting the Elite. And Mercedes Moné has made history in AEW. She has defeated Kenny Omega, not just anyone, Kenny Omega, in an 82 rated match, which I believe, obviously we had the 90 rated match earlier, but 82, I think that's our second highest match in the entire series. So our 2 best matches on this one show. Mwah. Kenny also took a stunt bump during this match, so I don't know what the hell happened there, but Moné did something to him. Kenny with an 85, Moné with a 68. It's not the best for Moné, but wild. So that means that the New Wave stand tall and they have bragging rights. The New Wave 2, the Elite 1. And I'm pretty sure this is not the end of their feud. So let's finish the show and see how we did. An 80 rated show, makes sense. I mean, fucking Jade Cargill with a 29, but the rest of the show was lit fire flames. I'm very happy with this. Yeah, the road to All Out is going to be crazy. There's going to be so many wild things happening because we are going to book the best show that's ever existed, or I'm going to try to. But yeah, MJF, Rami Sebei, tip your bloody caps, my dudes. 90 rated match. Oh, that gets me giddy. Jade wants her TBS title back. FTR are in that title match with Andrade and Rush against the Lucha Brothers. Sting wants Allen at All Out. Like, he's desperate to fight that guy. And the New Wave defeat the Elite thanks to Mercedes Moné. Wow. What a show. What a week. Thank you very much for watching, guys. The next couple of weeks are honestly batshit crazy. So strap in. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.